Hi, good day all. So today we'll be doing January 2023 very quickly. Alright, number 1 to 60. Number 1, what is the value of digit 2 in number 48.621? It's a repeated question. The answer is A. Right, to do this question, you put your decimal point, you put over. Your decimal point is 1, and how many digits to reach 2? There's 2 digits, so it would be 2 zeros. So that's how we get 2 over 100. What percentage of 50 is 10? So to do this, let's say something multiplied by 50 is equals to 10, right? So to make the box a subject, you carry across 50. So that would be, sorry. So to do this question, I believe the answer, I don't want to say the answer as yet. Let's just do this. This, we can say 5 over 100 multiplied by 50. Let's see if we get 10. Cross out this, 5 into 5, 1, 5 into 10, 2. 5 cannot go into 2, so 5% is not your answer. Okay, so we can say check to see 20. That's 20 over 100 multiplied by 50 over 1. 50 into 50, 150 into 100. 2, 22, 1, 20, 20, 10. So the answer is B, 20%. So you can use the answers that they gave you guys to get back what they said in the question. So the answer for this one is B. This question in standard form or standard notation or scientific notation, they could use any of those 3 words. They give you this number. The aim is to make one digit in front of your decimal point. So you're shifting it 1, 2. So you're going to get 2 points. Anything that does not have 2 points, so your B and D would be out, right? If you shift to the right-hand side, it is, your power is negative. So the answer is C, right? For part 3. Number 4, this question is repeated several times. The answer is B, but let's check it out. They say that how the ratio of a school for number of pupils to teachers is 20 to 1. If they have the number of pupils is 840, so that's 840 to x. We don't know what is x. Because they are in the same ratio, we could say 20 is equals to 840 over x. If you want to make x a subject, carry across x on the side. So you're going to get 20 multiplied by x is 20x. So 20x is equals to 840. And then you want to make x a subject, that's 840 divided by 20, and you'll get 42. So that's how you would do this question. All right. Number 5, they ask you, when you see these questions, a bag of apples shared equally among 6, 10, and 15 children. The minimum number of apples is likely to be in the bag. That means the LCM. So they want the LCM of 6, 10, and 15. I believe the answer is 30, but let's check it out. The smallest prime number to go is 2. 2 into 6 is 3. 2 into 10 is 5. 2 into 15 cannot, you bring down the 15. Then you use 3 again. They use 3, sorry. 3 into 3, 1. 3 into 5 cannot, you bring down the 5. 3 into 15 is 5, right? Then you use 5. 5 into 5, 1 cannot. 5 into 5, 1. 5 into 5, 1. So it's 2 3s are 6, 6 5s are 30. So my answer for number 5 is A. All right. That's how you would do this question. Just erasing all of this. Let's see, number 6. This one, you take out the decimals. When you see questions like this, you take out the decimal to make sure that the digits are the same. Remember, when we are multiplying decimals, we always multiply the number like normal. We remove the decimal point, multiply it like normal, and then you count how many digits there are after a decimal point. That will tell us how much times we have to shift our decimal point. So let's see, we have 4.3, which is 43, multiplied by 37 is 1591. Let's see if the next one is the same thing. 43 multiplied by 37 would still be 1591. So we remove the decimal points. Now let's count how many digits there are after a decimal point in the first one. 1, 2, 3. So we could see that we had to shift it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. This one, we have 2 digits after the decimal point, so you have to shift it twice. 1, 2. So it would have been 15.91. Right. This question, which of the following sets is defined by this one? I told you guys, when you see an inequality like this, minus 2x 4, right? Take the first digit, that's minus 2. It's from minus 2 to 4. That is basically the range. You're taking the two digits. It's minus 4 to 2. Do we include negative 2 and negative 4? We do, because if we look at the inequality sign, they say equal to. So we are including 2 and we are including 4. So anything that does not have negative 2 will not be the answer. So basically, D is your answer. Right, item 8 refers to the following Venn diagram, which shows two intersecting sets P and Q. The Venn diagram, the number of elements for P is 5, number of elements for Q is 9. The union is the union of P and Q is 10. What is this? The shaded region is the intersection, basically. Right? So we know that the number of elements for P union Q is equal to the number of elements for P plus the number of elements for Q minus the number of elements for P. Let's just put this around because I need more space. P intersect Q. Right, let's put this in. Union Q, this is 10. 10 is equals to, what is the number of elements? That's 5 plus 9 plus something we don't know. We'll leave this as x. So 9 and 5 is 14. So 10 is equals to 14 minus something. You don't even need to solve for x. We can see the answer, 14 minus 4. So you know B is your answer for this question. Right? Let's look at the next one. This is disjointed sets. We know if the options is always, you read the options, but we see that the first option, which is even and odd, are two completely different types of set. They are opposite each other. So we know that A, disjointed sets means they have nothing in common. Even and odd numbers have nothing in common. So the answer would be A. We want multiples of 5. Oh, sorry. Number 10, all students in a class play Scrabble or checkers or both. 36 of students play Scrabble only. 16 play both and checkers only. What percentage of students play checkers and not Scrabble? Meaning checkers only. So if we say Scrabble plus checkers plus the person who did both Scrabble and checkers, right, this is going to be equals to 100%. Right, this is for number 10, guys. Scrabble only is 36. We don't know how much is checkers only. That's what we're trying to find. Plus, the persons who did both Scrabble and checkers is 16 is equals to 100, right? So 36 plus 16, 6 and 6 is 12, 3, 4, 5. So it's 52 plus C is equals to 100. That is 48. So the answer is B, 48. Right, let's look at number 11. Item 11 refers to the Venn diagram, which shows two intersecting sets. The number of students of each set is indicated, right? In the Venn diagram, use the universals, the number of students who play games. H is the students who play hockey, V is the students who play volleyball. How many students play either hockey? How many students play either hockey or volleyball, but not both? Meaning, this is, let's say, I think this was volleyball and this was hockey, right? So this is the asking you how many students had played hockey only and volleyball only, right? That's 5 plus 4, which is 9. So C is your answer, right? Number 12. The set of digits, two positive integers are divisible by 12 is an example of the set of two positive integer, or a set of two-digit integers that is divisible by 7 is an example of an improper set. No, an infinite set. An anti-set, no, there are two-digit numbers that are divisible by 7, right? What about a finite? Is it an infinite set? Meaning it goes on forever. It does not. They're telling you it's 2 digits. So once we reach a 3-digit number, this set ends, right? So therefore, it is not an infinite set. The answer would be a finite set, right? For example, number 13, for every $100 sale or part thereof, a salesman is paid $10. So they're telling you for every $100, right, he is getting $10, right? So if for every $100 he's getting $10, then for every $1 he would get 10 over 100. How much did he make? They want for 120. Therefore, if a customer bought 120, right, 1020, this would be 10 over 100, which is for every dollar multiplied by 1020. Right, you cross out these zeros. We know that his commission will now be $102. That's the answer for C. This question has brought a lot too. Right, let's look at number 14. The simple interest on 600 for T years at 5% per annum is 210. The value of T is, if you don't know the formula, T or time is simple interest multiplied by 100 all over principal multiplied by rate. Let's look at this. The simple interest on 600, that means the principal is 600, right? So T is equals to, let's see, is something multiplied by 100 multiplied by a principal, which is 600, multiplied by rate, which is 5, right? So they're telling you simple interest is 210. So it would be 210 multiplied by 100 all over 600 multiplied by 5, which is B. If you do not know this formula, guys, at least know simple interest is principal by rate by time all over 100. And then from this formula, you can make T the subject, right? Carry across, divide by 100. That is going to be simple interest multiplied by 100 is equals to PR, that's principal by rate, multiplied by time, right? Then if you carry across, multiply by PR, it'll turn to divide. So that's how we get simple interest multiplied by 100 over principal by rate is equals to time. And that's how you would do part 14. Number 15 says at a bank, 260 cents is equivalent to $1 US. For every dollar interchange, they are deducting 10 EC as an exchange for taxing the exchange, right? How many EC dollars will Leon receive if he exchanged 1,000 US? So first off, we know that his $1 is 260, but they're deducting 10 cents. So now we could say for every $1, it will be $2 and not 60 cents, but $2.50 EC. So for 1,000 US, it would be $2.50 multiplied by 1,000, right? You shifted 1, 2, 3, right? That's 2500, 2500 EC. So the answer is C. Okay, so number 16. A calculator which is marked at 120 is sold for cash. If it's sold at cash, you have a 30% discount. How many change will Susan for the calculator? So how much change would Susan receive for the calculator with a $100 bill? So let's see how much she is paying for the calculator. She said she got a 30% discount. That's 30 over 100 multiplied by 120 over 1. That's $36. So she's getting $36 off, right? So how much she'll actually be paying for the calculator? That's 120 minus 36, which is equals to 4, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's $84. So she's paying $84 for the calculator. If she paid with 100, she'll be actually getting a $16 change. So the answer for 16 is A. Right, let's look. A man pays 60 cents for every 300 meters cube of gas used. If he pays plus a fixed charge, so they have a fixed charge. If he pays $178.75 when he uses 55,000 meters, that's not supposed to be, yes, cube of gas. How much is his fixed charge? Now guys, if you remember this question, right, the values are the same. The answer is E. but let's check it. Right? So we know for every 200 meters, right, you're paying 60 cents. Right? Then for 1 meter, it would be 0.60 over 200. And we want to find out for 55. So for 5,500,000, sorry, it would be 0.60 over 200 multiplied by 5, 5, and 3 zeros. Cross over 0, cross over here. You say 2 into 2, 1, 2 into this, 0.30. So 0.30 multiplied by 550, you can multiply it as 550 multiplied by 3. Right, and I will shift the decimal point. That's 0, 5, 5 3s are 15, 5 3s are 15, 16, so it's 1. Right, so and how many places do we have to, don't count the 0, we have to shift it one place. Right, so this is $165. This is how much he would have to pay if it didn't have a fixed charge. Now the difference between 178 and 165, let me check and make sure I did that correct. 178.75 minus 165.00. Right, 75 cents. 8 minus 5 is 3, 7 minus 6 is 1, so it is $13.75. So the answer for this is $13.75. If you do not remember the answer, guys, this is the way to do it. Right, you if then and therefore, and then you multiply. Right, now guys, if you realize that a question is taking you too long to do, move on to the next one. Please try to finish your paper as fast as possible, and then you always can check back. Right? Don't take, if you think the question is going to take you more than 5 minutes to do, move on to the next question. So when you have that, when you finish the entire paper, you can go back to it. Right? You don't want to be stuck in one question. Number 18. A plot of land presently valued at 12,000 appreciates in value at a rate of 2.5% per annum. What will be the value of the plot of land 1 year later? First off, they said appreciate. Appreciate means it increases. So before we even, it means it increases in value. We need to look for something that is more than 12,000. It's not A, it's not B, it's not C. So before we even try to calculate, you try to look at the answers, you know that your answer will be more than 12,000, which is D. D is the only one that is 12,000. Right? Number 19. A loan of 8,000 was paid back in 2 years in monthly installments of 400. The interest of the loan as a percentage was, I believe the answer for this is 20%. It's a repeated question, but let's check. Right? So they said monthly installments, so this 2 years have to turn to months. So instead of 2 years, you're going to put 24 months. Right? See how much he paid the bank. So he paid the bank 400 for every 24 months. So that's 400 multiplied by 24, which is 9,600. So his interest would be 9,600 minus 8,000, which is 1,600. Right? So his interest is if 8,000 is equals to 100%, that is the original, then 1 would be 100 over 8,000. Therefore, 1,600 would be 100 over 8,000 multiplied by 1,600. Multiplied by 1,600. Alright, let's cross out these zeros. There's 2 zeros and this 0 with this 0. 8 into 8, 1, 8 and 16. 2 by 10 is 20. So we know that the answer is 20%. Right, that is how you would do this question. Right, if you do not remember. Right, because sometimes they tend to, change it up a little bit. Instead, long time they used to put, instead of 2 years, they used to put 24 months. Right? Just to confuse you guys, they changed 24 months into 2 years, and that is how we got this question. Right? This one, I don't want to say the answer just now. Let's look at it. An article bought for $125 was sold for $175. So first off, he made a profit of $50, right? We want to find out what is the profit percent. So we know that the original percent, that is the original cost, is 125. So if 125 is equals to 100, then 1 would be equals to 100 over 125. And therefore, 50 would be 100 over 125 multiplied by 50 over 1. You save that 25 to go into 100 4 times. 25 to go into 125 5 times. 5 into 5, 1. 5 into 50 is 10. So 10 by 4 is 40. So the answer is B, 40%. Alright. So for number 21, they said the product of a number, this 2p over 3. Product means to multiply and it's reciprocal. Reciprocal just means you are flipping, right? So it would be 3 over 2p. You're not changing any, you're not going to put it negative, anything like that. So this is the answer. 2p over 3 multiplied by 3 over 2p. Where is that? Am I seeing that? That is this here, C. Number 22 says, item 32 refers to the following diagram of a rectangle. The area of the rectangle in centimeters squared is x squared. So they're telling you that the area is x squared. The equation that may be used to find the value of x is, so we know that area of a rectangle is length multiplied by breadth is equal to area, which is x squared. So that is x minus 4, which is the length, multiplied by 2 is equal to x squared. We're looking for something like this. That is, E would be your answer. Right. Number 23, Athea normally saves x each month. But in June, she saves 4 more than twice her usual amount. 4 more than twice her usual amount. So that would be, twice her normal amount would actually be 2x. And they're saying 4 more than that. That is 2x plus 4. Right? Is what she saved in June. So that would be D is your answer. Right? Number 24. If 3 plus x over 2 is equals to 1, what is the value of x? You can do this several different ways, guys. Right? We can make x a subject. Let's do that. Make x a subject. We have 3 over 1 plus x over 2 is equals to 1. Now I don't put 3 over 1. To get rid of that, divide by 2. You're going to multiply the entire thing by 2. So you're going to get 6 plus 3 by 2 is 6. X over 2 by 2 is x. Is equals to 2. So therefore your answer would be 6 minus 4 is equals to 2. So the answer is B, minus 4. Now, if you do this working, right, and you get minus 4, you say, okay, and I'm checking it over, guys, you use the answer, you just put minus 4 in this equation. You say 3 plus minus 4 over 2, right? You say minus 4 over 2 is 3, and a minus and a plus is a minus. So it will be minus, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. Is that equals to 1? Yes, so we know that minus 4 is our answer. That's just to check it really quick. Right? This one here, guys, I can't help you with this one. This is just laws of indices. Laws of indices states that if your bases, in this case 5, is the same and you're multiplying to the powers are added. So this will be 5 to the power of n plus 1 plus n plus 2. So that would be 5 by, let's add it, n and n is 2n, and 1 plus 2 is 3. So we know it is 5 to the power of 2n plus 3, 2n to the, right, that is B, right? Remember, bases are the same and you're multiplying, you add your powers. If your bases are the same and you're dividing, you subtract your powers. Okay? That's just some laws of indices for you. This one, they say A asterisk B means squared plus b squared, right? So the first value is a and the second value is b, right? Now, if they give you something like this, guys, we know that we always do the brackets too. So we're going to say 3 asterisk 4 means 3 squared plus 4 squared, right? 3 squared plus 4 squared. And then this is your bracket, asterisk 2. So A, hold on. Let's solve this. What is 3 squared plus 4 squared? Because I don't want to just do that. 3 squared is plus 4 squared is 9 plus 16. 9 plus 16 is 25, right? And 9 plus 16 is 25. So now this here becomes 25 asterisk 2. So A now is 25. So 25 asterisk 2 is 25 squared plus B would be 2 squared. So this is a two-step process. You do the brackets first. Whatever answer you get for those brackets, that is A. In this case, the answer for the brackets, which is 3 asterisk 4, is 25. So my answer would be 25 squared plus 2 squared, which is A in this case. Alright, let's erase this. Number 27. If the determinant, A with those two dashes, that means determinant is equals to 0, then A is a singular matrix. It's just something you need to learn, guys. A singular matrix is when your determinant is equals to 0. If your determinant is equals to 1, then that is an identity matrix. Okay? And if it is anything other than 1, let's say 2, 3, 4, 5, that is a non-singular matrix. Let's see this one. If A is this, then the order of A is always number of rows multiplied by number of columns. Rows is the horizontal, columns is the vertical. Let's see how much rows we have. We have 1, 2, 3, and how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 3 rows multiplied by 4 columns. So it is a 3 by 4, which is C. Alright, and let's look at number 29. If the P and Q are 3, 2, and minus 4, minus 1, 4, then respectively, what is minus P minus 2Q? First off, P is equals to 3, 2, so minus P would be minus 3, 2, which is equals to minus 3 minus 2. And then we have minus 2Q would be minus 2 by whatever Q is. Q is minus 1, 4. Right? So that is minus 2 by minus 1 is positive 2. And minus 2 by positive 4 is minus 8. So now we have, so you do each part, minus P, and then we have minus 2Q. What that is equal to? So it is minus 3 minus 2, right? Plus 2 minus 8. That is minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1. And minus 2 plus minus 8 is minus 10. So the answer is D. This might confuse you guys. Let me do it a different way. Let's erase this. Because you'll be like, no, Miss, how you get plus? So we know, again, minus P is minus 3, 2, minus 2 by, let's say, what is Q? Minus 1, 4. Right? So it's minus 3 minus 2. Right? Then we have minus by minus is plus. So we have plus 2. Right? And then minus 2 by 4 is minus 4. 4 to the 8, sorry. Minus 2 by 4 is minus 8. So now we get minus 1 and minus 10. This is the next way. This is the easier way to do it, right? You just put the values. So number 30 says, item 30 refers to the following diagram of triangle OLM, in which R is the midpoint of OL. Further, a vector OR is vector OR is 3A minus 2B, and vector OM is 2A plus 3B. Okay. What is vector LM expressed in terms of A and B? First off, LM would be, I don't even know why they told you R is the midpoint. That has nothing to do with it. LM would be equals to LO plus OM, right? They told you, they said that OR, right? So if you're going from O to R, this is 3A minus 2B. But OL is twice the size because they said R is in your midpoint, not so? So therefore, to get OL, right, let's get OL. OL would be 2 times what OR is equal to. So that is 2 times 3A minus 2B, which is 6A minus 4B. Right? So we know OL is that. Right? But we don't want OL, we want LO. LO meaning it's going in the opposite direction. So if it is going in the opposite direction, we multiply 6A minus 4B by negative 1. If it's going in the opposite direction, we multiply by negative 1. So we get minus 6A plus 4B. Right? So that's LO, and then they already told you what OM is, which is 2A plus 3B. So this is going to be minus 6A plus 4B plus, what is OM? Let's just get it. 2A plus 3B. 2A plus 3B, right. Plus 2A plus 3B. Let's put all the A's together. That's minus 6A plus 2A and plus 4B plus 3B. So minus 6 plus 2 is minus 4A. And 4 plus 3 is 7B. So we're looking for minus 4A plus 7B. Maybe not in that they put B's first. So you could have put 7B minus 4A would also be the answer. That is B. 7B minus 4A. So that is how we get a question. Do a question like this. This question will not take you 1 minute. So if you have extra minutes, this is what you may have to put your extra minutes to do. Right? This is number 30. Alright, let's look at number 31. This question was done several times. But if we do not know the volume, guys, if you do not know the formula for volume of a cylinder, again and again I will tell you, these formulas are found in your formula sheet in your multiple choice past paper. So if you are looking for the volume of a cylinder, volume of a cylinder is 2 pi r multiplied height by height, right? Or 2r pi multiplied by height. So my volume is going to be, no, not 2 pi r, sorry. What am I saying? I'm getting confused. It is pi r squared by height. This is the volume, right? This is, again, your radius is your diameter divided by 2, right? Your diameter is 6, so 6 divided by 2, which is equals to 3. So your volume is equals to pi 3 squared by a height, which is 20, which is equals to pi 3 squared is 9 multiplied by 20. 9 by 20 is equal to they put in 22 over 7, okay. 22 over 7 multiplied by 9 twos, did I do something? Right, again, 9 twos are 18, right? So just leave out the pi. Volume is pi by 180. So you're looking for, they said the volume of a cylinder in terms of pi is 180 pi, which is C, right? C would be your answer. They told you in terms of pi, so that's why you pick 180. Right, let's look at number 32. 32 refers to the following diagram, which shows a circle centered O in which a sector and a major and minor indicated. If the area of the minor sector, right, is 103, then the area of the circle is, first off, guys, how much degrees is your minor sector? They're telling you that 60 degrees is equal to your minor sector, which is 103, right? How much is the circle? The area of your, right, the area, how much degrees is your circle? The degrees is 360. So if 60 degrees is 103, then 1 degree would be 103 divided by 60. And then we want to find for 360, which is 103 divided by 60 multiplied by 360 over 1. This is 160 into 36 is 6, right? So you get 103 multiplied by 6. Let's look at that. 103 multiplied by 6. The answer is D, but let's check it out. Multiplied by 6 3s are 18. 8 by 0 by 6 is 0 plus 1. And then 1 by 6 is 6. So it is 618. Right? That would be, again, D. So when they ask you for the entire circle, and you are given nothing else, think about the entire circle being 360 degrees. Right, number 33. If it took a speedboat 9 hours to travel a distance of 180 kilometers, what is the average? We have done this already. The answer is 120, but let's see. Your average or your speed is equal to distance over time, which is 1080 divided by 9 into 10, 1 remainder, 1 9 into 18, 2, and then 9 into 0, 0. So that's how I got 120 is my answer. Number 34, the length of the sides of a triangle x, 2x, and 2x centimeters. If the perimeter is 20 centimeters, what is the value of x? So we know that perimeter is the distance around, which is x plus 2x plus 2x, which is equal to 5x. They're telling you 5x is equal to 20. So x would be 20 divided by 5. So x is equal to 4. So my answer is A, which is 4. Alright, then let's look at number 35. 50 guests had 2 glasses of champagne. Each glass had 150 ml of wine. How many liters of champagne was used? We've done this a few times. The answer is C, but let's just do it. We said that 50 guests had 2 glasses. So that means that each glass had 150 ml. So for one guest, they would have 2 glasses. So that means one guest is equal to 150 multiplied by 2, which is equal to 300. Right? Then they said that it is 50 guests. So one guess is 300. So 50 guests would be 300 multiplied by 50. 5 3s are 15. And then you add 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 zeros. Right? Now they want to know how many liters. Not milliliters. Right? 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. So 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. So to change this milliliters to liters, you divide by 1,000, right? We cross the 3 zeros, cross the 3 zeros on top, so you get 15 liters of champagne was used, and that's how you would do that question. Erase this. Alright, let's read number 36. A square has a perimeter on as a rectangle. A square has a perimeter as a rectangle. Right? The perimeter and the rectangle have the same the square and the rectangle have the same perimeter. Right? The rectangle have, right? They're telling you that the perimeter of the square and the perimeter of the rectangle are the same, and the length of the rectangle is 15 and the width is 11. So we know that your perimeter of your rectangle would be 2 length, which is 2 by 15 is 30, plus 2 width, which is 22. Right? That is 252. Right? So if it is 52, then they say the perimeter, right? So you want the side of the square. So we know perimeter of a square is 4 times side, which is equals to 52. So side is equals to 52 divided by 4. Alright, that is 4 into 5 is 1 remainder. 4 into 12 is 3. So we know the side of each square is 13. Right? And they want the area of your square. The area is 13 side times side, which is 13 times 13, which is D169. Right, number 37. The circumference of the circle is 154. Given that the pi is 22 over 7, the radius of the circle is, that is, circumference is 2 radius by pi, which is 2 radius multiplied by 22 over 7 is equals to 154. Right, we want that is 44 over 7 multiplied by radius is 154. You are going to make radius the subject. That's 154 divided by 44 over 7. So that's 154 multiplied by 7 over 44. Right? You can say 4. Can go in this. Let's see. Let's try 4. 4 into 4 is 11. 4 into 4 into 15 is 3. 3 4s are 12. 12, 13, 14, 15. And now 4 can't go into it. Okay, 154 divided by 4, right? So say 2 could go into 11 22 times, 2 could go into 154, 2 could go into 7, and 2 could go into 1477 times, right? And 11 into 22, 11, and 11 into 77. Sorry, this is 11 into 22, 2, and 11 into 77, 7. So you get 7 sevens are 49 divided by 2, which is supposed to give you 24.5. But let's see, 2 into 4 is 2. 2 into 9 is 4 remainder 1. So you put your decimal point, you add a 0. So 2 into 10 is 5. So you get 24.5 is your radius for number 37. Right? You just make radius the subject of the formula. Right? Let's look at number 38. The distance around the lake is 8 kilometers. On a map, the distance on the lake around the lake is represented by 22 centimeters. The scale on the map is 1 to 400,000. It's D. I remember this answer, but if you want, it would be 2 centimeters, which is the length of it on the map, to, we need to make sure 8 kilometers is in centimeters. So it's 8 multiplied by 100,000, which is 800,000. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? We want 1 to something, so you're going to divide both sides by 2. It is going to be 2 divided by 2 is 1. To 8,000 divided by 2 is 4,000. 400,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so this would be the answer D. Right, let's look at number 39 and 40. The mode item 39 and 40 refers to the following table, which shows the number of books that 59 students borrow at a sale. 39. The mode of number of books bought is, that is the most popular number of books bought. That is, we're looking for the one that has the most number of students as 13. 13 students bought 5 books. So the most popular book would be 5 books that they are borrowing. The median is n divided by 2, which is 50. What is the total? They told you the total is 58 divided by 2, which is equals to 29. 9. So we're looking for our 29th student. Where is our 29th student? Right? So it is 9 median. Right. So that's 9 and 9 is 18. 18 plus 13 is equals to 8, 9, 10, 11. Right? 1, 2, 31. So we know that our 29th student is in this region right here. So we know that our median number of books would be 5. And that's how you would do this question. Again, let me just try it to explain it. We want to know where is the median. This is the number of students, but they're asking for the median number of books. So we have to find the median student. The median student would be n divided by 2, which is the total number, which is 58 divided by 2, which is 29. So we're looking for the 29th student. So you're going to be adding, right? 9 plus 9 is 18. So our 29 students is not in this first section, nor in this second section. Then we said 18 plus 13 is 31. So our 29th student would be in between, well, in this third section here, which is the number of books is 5. And that is how you would get your median. Item 41 refers to the following pie chart, which shows the popular games played by a group of students. If 180 students play football, how many students are in the group? Football, because of the square, we know that it is 25%. So we're saying if 25% is equal to 180, then 1 is equal to 180 divided by 25, and therefore 100 would be equal to 180 divided by 25 multiplied by 100. We say 25 and 25, 125 into 100, 4. We get 18 by 4, 8 4s are 32. So it would be C, 720. You could calculate it at 180 multiplied by 4, you will get 720. And that's how you do that. Yeah. Number 40. Number 42. Item 42 refers to the following chart, which shows the number of fish bought in kilograms by the first 60 customers at the fish market. How many customers bought at least 6 kilograms, meaning 6 kilograms or more? So we want the number of persons who bought 6 kilograms or more. That would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's how much kilograms. For 6 kilograms, we have 11. For 7 kilograms, we have 5. For 8 kilograms, we have 4. For 9 kilograms, we have 7. For 10 kilograms, we have 3. 7 and 3 is 10, right? 5 and 9 is 10. 10 plus 11 is 20. 20 plus 10 is 30. So my answer is C, 30. Right? Let's see, item 43 refers to the following diagram, which shows the cumulative frequency curve of the height of 20 plants. The interquartile range of a set of measurements is, now interquartile is Q3 minus Q1. Right? That is the interquartile. So Q3 is 3/4 of your total, which is 3/4 of 20, which is 15, right? So we're looking at 15. You're not doing that, you're doing an estimate, guys. If we look at this, that is somewhere between 4 and 6, which is 5. We'll just put 5, right? And then we want a quarter. That's 1/4 multiplied by 45. Multiplied by 20. Right? We see 4 into 4, 1, 4 into 20 is 5. Right? So you're looking at 5. So it's a value that is lower than 5, right? But more than 2. More between 2 and 5. So the difference between 2 and 5. So we have let's see, 5 spaces is equals to 2. So one space would be 2 over 5. And if we want 5, 6. That is 2 over 5 multiplied by 6 over 1. That is 12 divided by 5. That is 2 10, 2 times 2.4. Right? So if it is 2.4, this is 2.4 here, and this is 5. The difference between 5 and 2.4 is B, 2.6, and that is how you would get your answer. Right? This question item 44 refers to the following table, which shows the results of a survey of 100 persons with two major ethnic groups, P and R, sorry. Respondents were interviewed about their attitude towards mathematics. As a respondent from ethnic group P, so we're only talking about ethnic group P, right? Is selected at random. What is the probability that has a negative attitude towards math? We know probability is desired over your total. But we would not be the total in the entire data we see here, because we're only talking about ethnic group P here, it would be the total divided by total of in P. So the desired is how much attitude towards negative attitude towards mathematics is 24 over 60. Right? Now 24 over 60 can be did they reduce it? Okay, let's check and see what could go into 24 and what could go into 60. 12. 12 could go into 24 2 times, and 12 could go into 60 5 times. And so the answer would be D, 2 over 5. Just need to know your timetables, right? The point where the linear function just means the straight line. The point at which is straight line crosses the horizontal axis, which is your your x-axis, would be known as your x-intercept. That is how you get this answer, right? It asks you the point at which your straight line crosses your x-axis is known as your x-intercept. Let's look at this item. 46 refers to the following mapping diagram. This is, if we look at how many arrows is leaving from one of these points, you know it is leaving only one. So it's 1 to how much is here? Many. So the answer would be 1 to many. Right? Yes, one of these in your range is going to many of these in your domain. Sorry, one of these in your domain is going to many of these in your range, and that is how you would get your answer. You're looking at how the direction of the mapping is going. Right, so this is 46. 47 tells us h of x is 3x over 2 divided by 5. What is h of minus 6? That's 3 by minus 6 minus 2 all over 5 is minus 18 minus 2 all over 5. That is equals to minus 20 over 5, which is equals to a. Right? That is minus 4. Right. Number 49 and 49 refers to the following diagram. The maximum point of Px, that is the highest point here, that is this one right here. That is minus 2 minus 2, 4. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, yeah, minus 2, 4. So the answer would be D. Right? This one, the value of x at which the point where y is equal to 4x minus x squared intersects at y is equals to 0. When you see something like this, you say 4x minus x squared is equals to 0. There are two ways that you can do this. You can use the graph where x is equals to 0. You see that x, where y is equals to 0 is at your x-axis as this point here and this point here. This is x is equals to 4 and this here x is equals to 0. If you don't want to use your graph, what you have to do is let this be equal to 0 because y is equals to 4x minus x squared. You factorize out this, so you get x out and then x by what would give you 4x, x by 4, and x by what would give you x squared, x by x. So you would have x by 4 minus x is equals to 0. So that each bracket be equals to 0, so x is equals to 0. And then we have 4 minus x is equals to 0. So x, if we carry across minus x over the equal sign, x would now be equals to 4. So we get again 0 and 4, which is E. Right? Which of the following equation represents a straight line? Straight line form y is equals to mx plus c. So anything with x squared is out. This is out. This is out. You're multiplying x and y. Remember, it has to be uniform. Y is equals to mx plus c. So it is xy. So A can be your answer. Right? So C is your answer. Right, let's look at number 51. So for a question like 51, they give you an equation f of x is equal. So f of x is also known as y, right? They give you x values, which is 0, 1, 2, 3. So we are going to put wherever we see 0, wherever we see x, we're going to put 0 for your first one. So 0 squared plus 3 is 0. 0 squared plus 3 is 3. So therefore, y is equals to 3. Right, so if y is equals to 3, then x is 1. So you're looking for 0 and 3. We have that. Then when x is equals to 1, let's find out what that is. That is 1 squared plus 3, that is y is equals to 4. So you're looking for 1, 4, so it's not A and it's not C. Right? Then when y is, not y, when x is equals to 3 is equals to 3, right? What do? You put it in an equation. That's 3 squared, that is 9 plus 2. Hold on. Yeah, 3 3s are 9, 9, 10, 11. 2. Oh, shucks, I missed out 2. 3, 12. So when x is 3, y is equals to 12. So you're looking for 3, 12. That is D. So B is not your answer. So D would be your answer. So you are putting your x values in your equation to get your y values. And the pairs, you're looking for the pairs. So the answer in this question is D. This question says, okay, number 52. A line L is parallel to the line 2x minus 5y. Right? Is minus 8 is equals to 0. What is the gradient of the line? Now, parallel lines have the same gradient. Right? So the gradient of this line would be the gradient of this line. So first off, to get the gradient of this line, we have to put it in the form of y is equals to mx plus c, where we make y the subject and m is your gradient, which is also known as the coefficient of x. So we want to make positive y. So we have 2x minus 5y minus 8 is equals to 0. You carry across minus 5x, which is going to turn to positive 5x. So we get 2x minus 8 is equals to 5y. We want y by itself, so you carry across, multiply by 5, so you get 2x minus 8, all divided by 5 is equals to y, which is 2 over 5x minus 8 over 5 is equals to y. So the coefficient of x is 2 over 5, which is c, so c is your answer. Right? This is a new thing that we didn't really touch on. But if you see a circle like this with a shape like this, and they're asking for this angle below, Please note it is 2 multiplied by the size of this angle on top here. So it's 2 multiplied by 50, which is equals to 100. So this angle on top here is this angle at the bottom here is twice the size of the angle on top here. That is always the case. It's always twice the size, right? Number 54. Item 54 refers to the following diagram, right? In the diagram, P, Q, and R are parallel lines, which the following best describes the relationship between X and Y. Now, guys, if you look at a shape like this, we see two parallel lines, right? You're going to see something called, well, what is going on here? We're seeing a Z, not so the shape of a Z, and the interiors of a Z, right? The interior angles of a Z are equal. So that means X and Y are equal. So A is your answer for this question. Right, so let's go down. 55. Item 55 refers to the following diagram, which shows triangle WXYZ and its image first prime XYZ and second prime XYZ after it undergoes a composite or double transformation. Right? So it is going from, if we just zoom in, let's just zoom in so we can see. Right? We're going from XYZ to the first transformation of XYZ. We can see, first off, it has the same, not the same orientation, but the same shape. Right, so it's not a rotation, it's not an enlargement, so it could either be a translation or reflection. Then we look at the orientation of XYZ. They are actually the opposite of each other. When you see it is the opposite of each other, when we see that it's the opposite of each other, the first thing that you're supposed to think about is reflection. So the first thing that happened was it is a reflection, and then it had a enlargement. So you can say the answer would be B, right? A reflection along the y-axis followed by the enlargement center at the origin with a scale factor of a half. We don't really need to do the scale factor of enlargement because all of them, if you look at all of them have enlargement, right? So that is the answer B. Number 56. In each of the diagrams below show image A prime is the image of E. Which of the following diagrams show the reflection on the x-axis? This one is really easy. It is not D. A is not a reflection. B is a reflection, yes, but it is along the y-axis. We want it along the x-axis. C is a reflection. So the most sure process of elimination, before we even look at D, we know D is your answer. But you can also see it that this triangle here is reflected along your x-axis. 57. In a triangle ABC, angle A is x, the angle y is 2x, and what is the size of angle C? So we know a triangle, the total angles, if you add them all up, is equals to 180. So we know it is x plus 2x plus c is equals to 180. So that's 3x plus c is equals to 180. We want c to be the subject to a carrier. For us, plus 3x is going to turn to minus 3x. So the answer is E. Alright? Item 58 refers to the following diagram, which shows the triangle of a depression of point X to form Z. When we look at this, guys, we can see that there's a Z angle right here. So therefore, this angle here also is 35, right? If the angle of depression of point X from Z is 35, and if X is 15 meters from Y, so X to Y is 12 meters, not 15, 12 meters, the height of XY, so not XY, YZ is, so they want this height. Now, when we have a triangle like this, right, we're using that 35 degrees. So this is the triangle here, right? They told you this is X, this is Y, and this is Z. Right? This is the angle here. They gave you the other angle, other than 90 degrees. Right? This, the angle or the side that is opposite this little square is your hypotenuse. So this side is your hypotenuse, right? If we're using 35, xy, which is also known as 12, will be your adjacent. Your adjacent is the side that has your angle as well as your 90 degrees. And then the side that is opposite, which is zy, the side that is opposite the non-90 degrees angle, that is 35, the side that is opposite the 35 degrees, will be known as your opposite. By knowing this, then you would apply so, ka, toa. First off, none of them, we are not using hypotenuse. So we're not using sine, we're not using cosine. So the formula we'll be using is tan theta is equal, so toa is opposite over hypotenuse, adjacent, sorry. So we know if it's tan, theta is the angle that is given that is not 90 degrees. So in this case, it would be tan 35 is equal to your opposite is YZ all over adjacent, which is 12. If you make YZ the subject, you're going to carry across, divide by 12. It's going to turn to multiply by 12. So it's 12 tan 35 is equal to YZ. Right? If you look at that, you're going to look for the one that has tan. You didn't even need to do that, guys. Only one of them had tan. So instead of spending all that time, because I didn't really look at the options, I thought they would have more than one option that has tan. If you look at A, B, and C, none of them have tan. So D would have been the, as soon as you see, well, they give you your adjacent and we're using our opposite, right? You could have used tan. Right, what about number 59? Item 59 refers to the following diagram of a right angle ABC. In the right angle triangle, which of the trigonometric ratios is equal to 4 over 8? Now, first off, right, they didn't really tell us which angle we're going to be using. Right, if we're using angle X, guys, then CB becomes your opposite. Why is it not writing opposite? But if we're using angle Y, CB becomes your adjacent. So it depends on your non-90 degrees angle that you're using. But instead of doing all that, I'm trying to figure out what the, if we're using X, what is this? We know that, first off, we're using 8. So we're going to be using either sine, which is so, or ka, right? We're not using tan. So anything that has tan, that is B and D, would be out of the question. Then we're going to be using sine. If you're saying sine X, your opposite is 4, right? That's if your angle is X, all over your hypotenuse, which is 8. So we see that A would be your answer. So using the options given, we can calculate, right? Then let's look at this. Under translation of minus 2, 3, the image of minus 5, 3 is, so we always go from object to image, right? And the translation does be this, minus 2, 3. So if your object, under the translation, the image of, so this is the object, minus 5, 3, you're going to add minus 2, 3 to give you your image. So minus 5 plus minus 2 is minus 7, and 3 plus 3 is 6. So my image is minus 7, 6. You're looking for the top value is the X and the bottom value is the Y. That would be C. So after you do all of this, you would see that C is your answer. And that is the end of January 2023, paper 1. And I did this question, guys, in 1 hour and 10 minutes.